Imagine when they're good. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl 58 is in the books, and the Kansas City Chiefs become the first team in 20 years to go back-to-back, claiming a 25-22 win over the San Francisco 49ers in what was one of the best games of American football I've ever seen. Probably my favorite Super Bowl to watch since the Patriots comeback, which is pretty crazy because I was with most people saying this was the Super Bowl no one wanted. But this Aussie had plenty of good fun watching. Well, let's face it, the potential future GOAT claim another Super Bowl. 3 out of 5 for Patty Mahomes, and he is well and truly on the path to at least challenge Tom Brady, which is something that I never thought he'd say. The Kansas City Chiefs win their 3rd Super Bowl. Patty Mahomes is 3rd, Andy Reid's is 3rd, Travis Kelce's 3rd, Taylor Swift's 1st. It wasn't a perfect game, especially by the offenses. I mean, only 3 touchdowns total. The 2 important ones for the Chiefs coming late in the game. Patty Mahomes walking away with 333 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And what was very crucial for the Chiefs late in the game is that he also made plenty of runs and made plenty of yards using those cheeky little legs of his. But both defenses, they were the superstars of this Super Bowl. I mean, the Chiefs defense, they got the W, so of course they're going to hold their heads high. But if you told a 49ers fan they were only going to limit the Chiefs to 2 touchdowns in an overtime period as well, I'm sure they would have taken it going up against, well, the potential future GOAT. But Brock Purdy, I thought he looked pretty good. It felt like the 49ers didn't trust him enough to get the job done, but he looked good with the eye test. Purdy, 255 yards, did get the touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as well. I thought the 49ers may have overused him. I mean, he was very good early, but, towards the later points of the game, I thought that they could have been more aggressive. In saying that, though, I got no bloody idea what I'm talking about. I think the 49ers will definitely regret not getting a bigger lead in that first half. They always felt like the better team. I mean, including that first drive, they were moving the ball very well. Christian McCaffrey had a poorly timed error, but after that in the first half especially, it felt like the 49ers could move the ball, so to come away with only 10 points would have been very disappointing. And then the Chiefs to get a field goal just on halftime, and look, even a 10-point lead is not big enough when you're playing Patty Mahomes, and to give him a field goal on halftime wasn't probably the best idea. But you live, you learn. Unfortunately, it takes losing one to win one. Unfortunately, the 49ers now lost 2 to Patty Mahomes, and it's very disappointing. I thought that the 49ers at their best could have got the job done. I don't think anyone probably was at their best. There were a lot of good performances. I don't think anyone really had a very poor game. Obviously, there were a few poorly timed errors like the punt return, which led to the Kansas City Chiefs' first touchdown. The Christian McCaffrey fumble. I mean, Brock Purdy didn't throw the interception. Patty Mahomes did. I thought when he threw that to start the second half that maybe that was the chance to capitalize for the 49ers, and unfortunately they didn't. It felt like no team could buy a first down at one point. I mean, that first half wasn't great, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And that fourth quarter, and even the overtime period, was such good viewing for your Monday mid-morning, mid-afternoon entertainment. Congratulations if you did pick a 25-22 scoreline. Obviously, I wonder how much the 49ers are going to regret that missed PAT, because that puts a lot of pressure on the Chiefs in the final drive of the match, the normal time, because they ended up kicking a field goal. They would have had 6 seconds to score, and if I'm being honest, I probably would have backed Patty Mahomes. That's why I picked them before the game even bloody started. But still, I mean, the Chiefs weren't that great. This is probably the worst I think they've played in the playoffs. And saying that, I didn't think the 49ers were too bad. Obviously, there's always things you can come back to. I mean, like I said, I think the 49ers just needed to do more in that first half, especially that first quarter. If they get a touchdown that opening drive, I mean, at least statistically, then they probably go on to win the game. But it wasn't to be. The Kansas City Chiefs do go back to back, ladies and gentlemen. They are your Super Bowl champions for 2024. Patty Mahomes does it again. Taylor Swift's going to come to Australia with a Super Bowl ring. Will Travis join her? He bloody better. Congratulations, Andy Reid. Congratulations, Patty Mahomes. And like I said, imagine when they're actually good. This wasn't a great city for Kansas City. I mean, at one point, we were scratching our heads, and a lot of people thought they weren't going to make the playoffs. I never wrote them off because they've got that guy at quarterback. And this game, if anything, shows how good having a quarterback is. We've walked straight from the Tom Brady era into the Patty Mahomes era. Everyone hated Brady. Everyone hates Mahomes now, and no one wants to see Mahomes catch Brady. But ladies and gentlemen, he is doing it right in front of our eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, smash the like button if you enjoyed the videos. Let me know in that comment section what you thought of the Super Bowl. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.